Manual mode today because I just updated OBS and it decided it doesn't know what my stream deck is. So, yeah. Happy Wednesday. Hope we're all having a happy Wednesday. Also took out my monitor window. Hold on. New window. Thanks. Hey. Thanks for the alert, Painty. Good morning. Okay. Work continues on Grumpy Shroom. Grumpy Shroom. Let's figure out what I want to do for his eyes. Have it. Let me look up. I got an idea. Let's see. To get an idea, I don't know what their eyes should look like. I don't maybe yes. Do like an anime. Try and do like a little anime shroom eyes. No, that actually wouldn't work because those need to be round. These are not. Well, first let's get them back to black. So it's going to keep messing me up if I see this. Still want to do like frog eyes, but I don't think that would work. Fine, you little bastard. Oops. Double oops. Come on, get up. Let's see. So they've got it sculpted to have this little indentation up here. Maybe we go ahead and paint that after. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
8:30.
8:30.
Oh.
Okay.
What, you don't believe me? Look at your watch.
I don't know if that's true. I guess I'll go with their suggestion. I don't. Grumpy mushroom. Where's our grumpy mushroom? Okay, they have 0 eyeballs. Okay, well, let me see. Alright, let's try. Paint it. Yeah. Just paint. I believe you.
I believe in you.
Ah. Actually, I wonder. I always wonder, but why? Oh, I moved my paint. Where is the lava? Oh no. That's teeth again. Didn't look like that got enough coverage right here. Let's do want to give him frog eyes, though. It just looks like a frog face to me. Hmm. Hey, fan of the little brush cleaner in the bottom of my cup. Nice. Let's see, I've got an idea. I don't know if it works, but maybe it's actual pigment up in here. June, what are you doing in the bathroom? Do you need it? Following a fly? Ah. Fly guy.
I'm not soon.
It's adventure time. Music like da, 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 da. The way to start a day with adventure music. Mm, mm, mm. Putting orange over black, this is a good time. Take about 8 coats. Just kidding. Feels like it though.
Chicken, banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana, banana.
Couldn't wait like 10 seconds.
Chicken, banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana.
Banana. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Thanks for dropping in. Hey, Harry. So we finished What's Her Face. Can never pronounce her name, so I won't. But she's done.
Wonderful.
Guinevere. I think she came out pretty good. Screen. See it in the actual computer monitor. Looks way better in the preview monitor. Yeah, she came out alright. Arthur's Guinevere? Yeah, not even, right? Mark says Arthur's Guinevere? Nah, because Guinevere was the queen. Gwen, I don't know. Anyway, there she is. Probably not. Yeah. Anyway, so now we're working on doing a shroom. Galadriel, there you go. Ooh, I like that. Galadriel from Rings of Power. What do you think? Okay. Rings of Power is supposed to be coming out with a new season, are they not? I haven't heard
They
anything.
do.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of it. I don't mind. So I got this Grumpy Shroom from June Gold Bloom at Nova. So I thought,
See ya.
a little bye. Oi, oi, Kern, he says. Hey. Bye. He's out. Back to work. Well, as a palette cleanser, I'll do something totally unrelated to what I would normally do. But It'll be fun. Grumpy Shroom it is. What are you up to today? What's up? Sorry, I'm talking out loud to myself in half sentences. Welcome to my brain. It's deceiving because the hat keeps blocking. Alright. Yeah, eyeballs. Fill on up. Those need to be a little more stark. I think. These brighter. Do. In my system. Nothing much going on around here, just painting stuff. I've made 4 sales off of Etsy, or not Etsy, but eBay this week. Just crazy. One guy's bought 4 models so far. He did 1 order of 3 and then 1 order of 1. Some of my older, smaller ones, like the Rogue I did, and one of the Exiled Knight guy, and a little Dragon Mage. I gotta repaint them and get them back up. I hadn't even posted it. They weren't even up for 24 hours. Like, I'm going back and forth to the coffee stand. I'm going back and forth to the post office a bunch this week. We don't want coffee stains in here. What's going on? So I'm gonna deal with this hair up in here too. We want to make sure this blends. Trickle, boom. That with. Just in the right light so I can see it. Silly hat. Good on this fine Wednesday area code time zone. A little bit. Ooh, hungry. Coffee is not food. Who knew? Do. More towards the top lid. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. Good. Looks like something needs to be cut off. Or something. Yuck. That's nasty shit up in here. What is that? Primer, it looks like. Yeah. Alright. United sustenances. Feels like Monday. I don't know why it feels like, because it's not. I do not like this brand of vape. Very enjoyable. They stopped selling and they banned flavored disposable vapes in North Carolina. So all you can get are the ones that are currently on the shelves, which sucks. But fortunately, Virginia is only 45 minutes away. Make a run up there, stock up on some vapes, should be good to go. Oh yeah, we were gonna sand that little bastard. There's this little hole right here. There's this one too. I really don't want to repaint that, but I also don't like having this hole right here or this dent, which I should have taken care of at the beginning, but I didn't. Here we are. Or smoke. Who am I to say? Is that mess up in there? Oi, 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 oi. How goes it? Let's do some repair work here. Don't mind me. I think I want to take his main eye, his pupils, up into the top of his eyelid. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it to hungry. Oh, fuck, what am I doing? What am I doing? Hi, Arjun. Bye, Arjun. Just checking in with me, I guess. Fucker this up. Back. It's okay. see them here. All right. Black. Trying to maneuver these around. I gotta get what I'm seeing.
Chicken banana.
Banana.
Chicken
Chicken banana.
Chicken
Dang it.
banana. 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 Chicken banana.
Break time over there, is it? That is an eyeball. Kinda square right now, but we'll get it. Chicken banana. Oh, sweet. Oh, you like stuff. Yay. Yay for you. That's the thing, though. You're celery, so I'm assuming Karen's on. She's still hourly. They don't pay their drafters salary, which sucks. But she is getting a bunch of overtime right now. So I concur. It doesn't make me happy, so I'm going on PTO. That's how to roll. I get this pupil shaped up here. Come on. So it's not round. I mean, so it's not square. Like square pupils, that's weird. Okay, better. That one's a touch bigger. Take this out, yep. Betcha. So, we want it straight across the top, a little further out. Oh, there we go. My OCD's going bananas. Just kidding. Oh. Chicken. Where's Mr. Lighter? There you are. Aha! Good bot. Good bot. Yay, too bad I don't have sounds because it doesn't know what my stream deck is. Again. Very good, except it's better, more opacity, and then little guy should be good to go. Ooh. Chicken. Oh, I know. Yep, I want this thick. Curve. So I don't know, maybe I'll leave it. I'm poking at it, but that's my job. I've got some sails refills to start painting. I've got to redo that rogue, our mist rogue. And there's another one. If I can find him, there's that little knight guy. I need to replace him, the exiled knight. Still waiting for one model to be sent from overseas so I can start painting that. Things are picking up. Nice. I can't do it. You gotta stay over here. That hurts my throat. Pretty quiet morning. Clear that. There we go. Thank you. I don't know that I like square eyeballs. It's got a good curve on the bottom. This is oblongish. I don't know if I want to keep fucking with it though, honestly. Not that weird. So we need our last little eyeball blips. And we got one. And two. And we're gonna have to fix that. I don't know how to paint. I don't know how to paint today, apparently. Ta-da! My bolios. I should have made him gray. What is this? That's black? Huh. I don't know, maybe I use some of that color. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, good call. Thank you for the stretch. Uh, uh, oh, nice. Yeah, moving's good once in a while. I've heard tell. hard-boiled egg in my face. Crying like a little baby. Man. Ah! Hey, Lorna. How's it going? Hey, Jace. How's it going, guys? We're doing this fine day. You're from the future. How was Wednesday? Thanks for dropping in. Strap in. It's going to be quite a ride. Thanks for stopping in are words that I meant to use. That's right. Get on it. Why is there not a brush in your hand already? So far, so good. Took my gran out shopping. Nice. Batch cooking. What are you batch cooking? Are you actually cooking, or is that a euphemism for something I don't know? What are you working on, Lorna? Oh, coffee, yeah. There'll be some more of that on break time. I'll show you something in a second here once I make this pass. Should do it up more. Blendy, blendy, blend. Spaghetti and Greek. Oh, sweet. Oh, 6 meals worth. That's a good idea. Large amounts of food so you can divide and freeze. Gotcha. Batch cooking. Yep. Totally makes sense. We should do that, but we do not. Sounds good, though. We're over at your house. I'm working on a feculent gnarl. Okay, I'll pretend like I know what that is. Do you have a picture of it? I am finished wood girl, so she's done. Wank. Mark would say TWW, but I still think it should be non-metallic. Non-wood. But yeah, she's finished, so yay. Came out pretty good, I think. I loved it. Managed to salvage the base after all. Link friendly. Yes, we are. Oh, hubby and I have stir fry and the others have pizza. The others. The littles. Well, now my son's moved out and I'm just cooking for me. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm supposing. It does. We had a room, one of our housemates at the ashram she did that on Sundays. She'd get all her lunches and everything all at once. Well, I like stir fry and pizza, so there. Let's see what you got here. Whoa! See what you got here. Take a gander. Sweet. Oh, okay. Oh, fun. Fun, fun, fun. All kinds of stuff going on here. Nice. I would share, but my Stream Deck's being stupid because I just updated OBS and it decided it's going to ignore the Stream Deck. So I don't want to futz around with manually doing it. But that's awesome. Very cool. Looks good so far. Have to say. A lot of bits. This guy's pretty simple. So I went from her to this. And it's like done painting all these little guys. So now we just got Grumpy Shroom. But I gotta sand this. This is a little hole in the sculpt right here. Haven't done this hat yet, really. Messing around. So he's got hair. Make sure his hair blends into his skin, which is weird, but there it is. That's pretty good. All right. Guess we could do hat. Work on hat. After break. Do some dry brushing. Oh. Speaking of break, I'm going to take a 5-minute pause and get some fluids and hit the bathroom and pet some creatures and stuff like that. So feel free to do the same. Wife is upstairs working away right above me. High up there. Anyway, I'll be back in 5. If you're new here, I don't paint on the break, so you're not going to miss anything. And there'll be 3 minutes of ads running, and then sorry, I have to do this manually. We will be back. Let's see here. Okay, be right back. Boom. Talk, talk. Gosh, speed typing not helping there. OBS and Stream Deck, latest updates. OBS really messes up. Yeah. Box art's got to fix, huh? Last time it did that, it shows all my actions on the deck. It's recognizing it, but it won't. It's not playing. It's like it lost its plug-in connection or something. I'll have to hit him up. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. He's online when we break, when we go hit him up. Or when we're done. A couple more hours. No, I don't like his eyes again. Yeah, they're okay. Leave them alone. Imagine having updates. I know. Wouldn't that be something? It's like when I was a developer. Let's make pushes. Let's go ahead and push to production on Friday. Nothing could happen, right? Let's do some stuff with his hat. Do hat stuff. Do some hat stuff. I'm tired of painting face stuff. Hair stuff is fine. Gotta run to the post office again. I had a order for 3 of my models off of eBay yesterday from some guy in Texas. And then last night he ordered another one, like right after I posted it. I gotta send him another packet. But dude. Weird. It's like I put my old models, or I'm putting my old models on for sale, the minis on eBay, and I'm like hadn't even posted the stuff 24 hours, and I don't even have all of them up there yet. So this guy's like jumping on shit, which is great. Thank you, sir. Yeah, but I'd still take OBS over Streamlabs anyway. I started on Streamlabs just because I didn't know any better. And then went right to OBS, which works most of the time, right? I mean, it's when they update shit, it's like, what the hell are you guys doing over there? What do we want? More off-white. We actually have some of that, so let's brush. That's a little too big. Maybe not. What we're gonna do is attempt to get the rises. You want to highlight his hat. That's actually his head, right? Not a hat. It's like that's part of his head. It's like a shell being part of the turtle. It's like, no, it's just a hat. Yes, I'm having a cigarette because I just mean in general. Oh yeah, any software, Windows, video games, anytime anything updates, it's always fixed by problems created. Yeah, no shit. So true. It's everything. It's like Xcode on Mac. You have to have Xcode to do like React Native, all that kind of stuff. It's always, you always have to fix something. You create 50,000 new ones. I know, it's like, okay, now I'll sit and work. And I'm just fixing that stuff or tweaking, trying to get it to work right. That's a, like I keep saying, it's a hobby in itself. Just keeping the whole streaming part of it. Oh, nerds. Alright, let's paint stuff. The caffeine is happening now. Nectar of the gods, nicotine, we're good to go. He needs to go up to the case. I got pictures. I got her glamour shots. I just haven't posted anything yet. I haven't had a chance. I gotta run back to the post office. I gotta get this mini packed up. Not this one. Okay, top part of that. I think what I need to do first, actually, is clean up the bottom. Were they? That's... Ding, 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 ding. I want to base the bottom. Clean it up, re-clean it up. What brush? That brush. I don't know. We had pretty good tech leads. It was always, I don't know. I want to say it's, it was always something the client was messing around with, but a lot of the regression testing was a lot of back and forth. Like, oh, gonna fix this. Nope, oh, this broke that. Oh, when you fix that, it broke this. Great. More tickets. Red. This is the red we're using. Oh, you're back. I got merit increases based on that. Well, that's awesome. I wish you were working on our team. That would have been awesome. But I was only front-end developer, so I didn't have to... The back-end deployment stuff wasn't in my wheelhouse. I knew, but we were like node-based for all of our stuff. Like, pushing the staging, and then somebody over there merges it when it passes UAT. Anyway, it's a whole thing. You know. But yeah, our stuff was like node-based, using React. On the last project, that was it. So all the deployments were through, I think we pushed to GitHub. Yeah, we were using GitHub. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Microsoft. What the hell is that? Oh my God, 6 months. It's already left my brain. Anyway, what? Azure, yeah. I guess my brain was trying to forget it, block it out. Azure, yeah. Which was its own special hell, let me say. Azure itself was crazy, and none of the team had worked on it really before, so they were all trying to figure it out. DevOps were trying to figure it out at the same time we were. Okay. You just want to get this bread back under. I only broke one server out of one core system update. Wow. Wow. But found the error, blamed the vendor based on the info they gave, and that was good. Yep. That's funny. Those were the days. Get this reset. I want to do like an orange. Brighten it up a little bit. Maybe not. I thought that was the same red. It is not darkening up. AWS, yeah, all of our our Magento projects before Adobe bought Magento, we were hosting all this stuff on AWS. But once Adobe picked it up and everything was cloud based, and it changed the name of Magento to Adobe Cloud, and it changed it all. AWS, I don't know about. It always worked for me, but I didn't have to. I wasn't a sysadmin or anything like that, so I didn't have to deal with DevOps stuff. We had people for that, and I try to like not let stuff get in my head if I don't need to know it, like scrums and stand-ups. Those are tricky because it's mostly back-end stuff. And then we just give our front-end updates and maybe bring up any issues we had, blah, blah, blah. But it was like consciously trying to tune out stuff I didn't need to know. Some stuff I wanted to know just because I wanted to learn kind of how the pipelines work, but a lot of it's like, nope, blah, 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 blah. I should be at home for this so I can get hubby to translate. Oh, sorry, Lorna. We're nerding out here, yeah. Hey guys, we gotta be inclusive here, you know. Us just computers, well, yeah, I don't even know where to start. On par with Amazon France. Each country of Amazon run their own versions of the same. Yeah, sure. Makes sense. Oh, let's get a meeting scheduled for Scrum, for the stand-up, to Agile, and Dynamic the workspace for that. Oh, what? Word salad, USA. Yeah, in corporates, like the levels of meetings was insane. And front end stuff, it was like, oh, we got to have a special meeting because we got to work with design and figure out, you know, the spacing, the vertical spacing on this button's not right, and what kind of border radius do we need on this? It looks like this is way different than the Figma version. Well, minute stuff that would take like 45 minutes to go over. It's like, didn't we figure this out ahead of time with your own teams? We just use all the corporate jargon. Yeah, just throw out words. It's okay. Well, that's only part of his job. Yeah, let's not forget the footprint to the cloud will reduce this. Yeah, right. Well, we need more bandwidth. More clusters. I like, if I was doing it again, I was getting into React. I like Next as a framework, so that was really fun to work with. I don't know very much, but where is the red I was using? That's not it. It wasn't orange. Wasn't pyro red. Not Centurion red, because that is like let's see. I'm kind of messing with reds now apparently. Let's see. Actually that kind of goes with the yeah, all that business. I can't even be bothered to update our website, our personal website right now. And a deeper red. I don't know, do I like that? What about a mix between the two? We're just fucking around right now. Oh, I just call him Tech God. What does he do? What technically do you know that he does? Pinkish red. I don't think I like that because I want to be able to have more contrast. Hey, Google, you posted a story. think I want to go with this red. It is red. A little on the darker side, but more Amanita mascaras type of red. A little bolder. A lot of software architect and machine learning stuff. You still looking for a job? Not sure I remember what happened there. Yes and no. Like, technically, I'm still applying for things, for front-end developer gigs, but honestly, I'm just getting rejection letter after rejection letter. And so what I'd really like to do is see if I can make this work. Try and if I can cover my nut here without having to get a job, that's the optimal situation. Right? So that's why I set up a Nutsy store for us. I've been putting my minis up there. I'm trying to get commissions, really pushing this. I set up an eBay store and got sales like right away. I got one guy anyway, which it's like a clue to me that yes, people will buy the stuff. And so I've got a commission on the way. I've got one I finished, so that's starting to pick up. So I'm really thinking I really want to push, Smiling Beagle Studio LLC, make it a thing. Actually, we're in business now, so that's kind of what's going on with that. I got laid off because I was mainly a Magento developer, and they haven't been able to make Magento sales. That's what HR told me. Said our salespeople suck. They laid off a bunch of the Magento devs because there's no work. They threw me on React projects. They threw me on a Vue project, and I'm like having to learn this stuff on the fly because they were trying to keep me working. But so I got to learn new stuff, which is cool, but it was also gut-wrenchingly anxiety, because you're trying to do a good job. You want to do the best for the client, and they stick you on something that you've never touched before, a technology you've never touched before. Like, oh, good, we're going to Google the shit out of this because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, after 30 years, I think I'm actually done. So I'd go back to playing music again, but even doing cover band stuff, and it's an option, but then I have to deal with a band of people, and that's its own challenge. And you make about, it depends. If you're just working for tips, if it's contracted, and you're making, maybe a 5-piece band might make $30 to $50 a night in a bar. Yeah, it's what I got, man. It's like all I can do is IT or, coding or playing music. That's all I've done for money, really. For any extended period of time. I've been a baker. I've been a certified nursing assistant. That's about it for jobs. Dishwasher, a lot of dishwasher jobs, all through high school. I was in a cover band for a living for 12 years, 15 years. He has been, for the last few years, been helping the water utility company cut down on burst pipes by using data machine learning to predict issues and send teams out in advanced type stuff. Oh, cool. Now, the company I was working for, I was with them, I was originally with Surian for 5 years, and they started really getting into machine learning. They were pushing that hard. And then the owner sold to a company called Encora like 5 years ago. And they're global, so they buy up all these other companies, IT companies around the world. So there's like 9,000 employees. And once we switched to them, everything just kind of started going to shit. And now they've rebranded and they're all about AI. That's it. Ugh, geez, dude, really? What is it you actually do? It feels like support, and you've probably told me before, but I do not remember. Because this brain is in my head. Wow, since you were 18. Damn, I don't know what it is to do something that long. Except computer shit. Internet of Things. Yep. I worked on a project for LG. They're one of our clients. And they had a Magento site. So if you went to LG.com, you're actually in their website, which is a totally different CMS. And as soon as you click View Product, you're in Magento. And they were doing a lot of that. Oh yeah, so they had smart washer and dryers, and so we built it was like mobile first. It was like an app, but it wasn't an app, but it looked like an app kind of thing. But it was the interface for getting data from your smart object. God, what did they call it? They had a brand name for it now. But anyway, we built up, at least my team built the front end of that, so that was cool. Government bullshit. Yeah, cool. Like government, you know. Are you hourly? Are you hourly or salary? If you don't mind, I don't know, like quizzing you. I was just curious for a government job. I see listings for government gigs a lot. And I've kind of aged out of this thing too, honestly. Because I just turned 60 and it's like, you know, it's full of fresh college grads. I mean, the second I see a job listing, there's already 100 applicants, you know, so. Oh, sick and getting worse. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've got type 2 diabetes, but that's it. I just went in for my 6-month labs and all that. All my stuff's good, so I'm very grateful. This red, yes, for them. That's what I was doing. My mouth took over. Forgot how to use my hand. So, yeah. It's a curse and a blessing. But yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I'm just burned out on chasing technologies. Especially front-end wise when you're working with JavaScript. There's like a new fucking library that comes out like every other week. And depending on what project you're on, that whatever that team determines what the stack's gonna be. That's insane. It's like, oh, we're going to use this. We're basing everything on this library. Oh, now we're going to change it all because it's not fun, cool anymore. What's the new cool tool? All right. Paint away, my friend. Where are we at? Hold up. Yeah, I don't know. I still see a lot of remote. I'm seeing a lot more hybrid and on-sites again. I've been remote for like 10 years. And so is Mrs. Beagle. She works for a company out of New York. So they let her work remote when we moved down here. So that was pretty awesome. Oh, well, thank you. I got this as a gift from a fellow streamer friend at the Nova Open gaming convention. So I just finished, well, I showed you, I think. I just finished this gal here. So I thought I'd do something totally different. I don't know who makes it or anything. They just had a little box full of these things, and I just kind of blindly reached in and rummaged around, and you pick a random one, and this is the fellow I got. Grumpy Shroom. And we're changing up the red on. Hi there. Hi. You okay?
No.
No?
No.
Uh-oh. Work?
Yeah.
Oh. So, yeah, there's that. Thanks again. It was a lot of fun. Just going to go over this. Gonna reset. I was just poking around at this last week, trying out colors and stuff. I hadn't really landed on anything. Yeah, stability. I mean, she's been doing her job for Baby from Dinosaurs. Yeah, right? Those eyes. The poochy face. God, I haven't seen haven't heard of anyone mention dinosaurs in forever. But yeah, Karen's been doing what she's been doing for 40 years. Yeah. She started working in AutoCAD when she was like 16, 17, so she was one of the beta testers back in the 80s, early 80s, still working with it. So she's a survey tech, CAD drafter for what's the survey company, I guess, but they're huge. They're like a Fortune 500. Contract for New York City right now that they have do a bunch of inner city fixes in the different boroughs, which is a different kind of line of work for them. And so she knows it pretty well. So it's this time of year. It's like all overtime, but she's only hourly. Sucks. But on the other hand, I mean, I was salary. But then, you know, if you get production pushes or whatever, you know, then you don't get paid for the overtime, obviously. What is that? Uncle Bob of something? Or is that the sculpt? That's the sculpt. Okay. Should have sanded it, but I really didn't. Didn't clean it too. Trying to make sure this is all covered well. Give me a headache. Saves headaches from later. What do you got? Reminds me of the works as a disability support. Oh, okay. Sweet. Yeah, I wanted to go into one of the things, something in healthcare, you know. I mean, I was a CNA in California for like a year, eons ago, but I really liked the work. They said I could get a scholarship for nursing pretty easily. And I was just like, I was way too young. I was like 19. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I just got out of school. Waiting on your BSc, waiting on results. Sweet. But I thought of doing like not mental health, but maybe like a counselor. My dad was before he passed. He was a hospice counselor. So he was like the person that talked to the family and helped them deal with it and all that. And then it was his hospice co-workers that held hospice for him at the house when he passed. That was pretty cool. That's pretty. Wouldn't mind being like a substance abuse counselor or something like that. One more run on the red on the top. You know, because red's pretty translucent. Fortunately, we already had like a red down. That helps. But if I was painting this directly on the black, it would probably take like 5 coats. Do-do-do. And we're just doing a reset. We have a starting point. I'm really enjoying the work. I work with maybe mental health issues, learning disabilities, helping live in. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. They have to be mobile because of the stairs. Yeah, that was one of the things that I was really passionate about doing coding and front-end development was ADA compliance. So I gave workshops for our company, at least the front-end stuff in the company I was with, on how to code for ADA compliance. Easy wins for developers that they could bring into their workflows. And then I did a lot of mediation for that stuff. So like a client, for example, would say, okay, they'd go to another company, they would test the site, get a report back, and then have us take it. And I typically led that stuff. So I enjoyed that. You know, that was the thing. I was going to get certified. There's a couple certificates that are CPAC and the WAS, Web Accessibility Specialist. But I enjoyed doing that work because it was like service. It's like helping people. I find that those always are the most rewarding jobs. Like the CNA job I only had it for a year, but it's probably one of the most rewarding jobs I ever had. Even though it was a crappy nursing home that I worked at. It was bad. It wasn't one of the good ones. So, did our best. And what are you gonna do? Okay, that's pretty solid. I'm good with that. So now, Mr. Dry Brush. It's just really tight right now because just now starting to, it's just starting to take off the studio. So it's any ways we can make money because it's tight. Geology. Nice. Brainy stuff. I don't need much of this. I got a scholarship to play music. Timpani specifically. Lasted about a term. I realized that it was like, what am I going to do with a degree in music? The knowledge was great, but as far as helping me write and stuff, but I don't want to teach. You can't, teaching, that's what you can do with a degree in music. And I was already in bands playing downtown, recording stuff. It's like, this is what this will work. I would like to work in geothermal energy, but when seriously learning, I'm still paying off my original student loan. Just stupid. Because not from the original college, I joined a vocational school for like office administrator training, which was it was a total waste of money. I was just trying to find something to do to make something work. So I signed up for this trade school thing that ended up going belly up like right after I graduated. And it was basically just learning Microsoft Office. I already know most of this stuff, but anyway, I still owe money. I can't imagine. It's like, I'd like to go back to school, possibly, but not really. I mean, I would, but I just can't take on the financial burdens at this point. That's like, I'm getting ready. If I can make it, we got 2 more years till I can take early retirement. And if I can get the studio to be making enough money to make up the difference, then we're good. Because I'd really rather not go back. So, and that was one of the things I learned playing music for a living. Was we were contracted, we worked a lot. We probably worked between 4 and 7 nights a week for years and years and years. And we paid taxes and all that good stuff, but no retirement. So we got no money. I need a smaller brush. Yeah. Harder these days. There's a lot on my plate. Yeah, I'm sure. I've got a half brother I just found. This year. And he's an electrician in California. And he really wants that. But he's younger than me. Yeah, gotcha. I mean, I'm not going to get a lot for retirement. But, if I can make up the difference, all right. Because we're still paying mortgage on this house. losing her job in December and reskill. Yeah, I can't reskill at this point anyway. Nope. 19 years till early retirement. Jesus, dude. Yeah, but you're like 40. 40. I didn't even live alone till I was 40. The first time I ever had my own place where I shut the door and I was the only one there, I was like 40 years old. And it was a 10 by 15 little studio apartment. And I thought it was a fucking palace. It was amazing. Yeah, not that you're counting how many minutes and seconds. And no, I don't think we can ever afford to. I mean, I can't afford to. At this point, you start, I'm looking at mental health. You know, I've been reading these articles, like people will talk about, well, do I retire early or retire later? It's like, you don't know how long you're going to live. You know, and I just, this life is too precious to sit and go, well, if I wait till I'm 67 and then I die at 70, you know, where I could have got out at 62, not have had as much money, but was able to enjoy some of the rest of my life, you know, which is more important. I don't know. It's, unless we get some magical windfall, you know, it's going to be what it is. We're not going to have a ton of money regardless. So, Jace, you know, they will up it. Yeah, right. It's like people waiting to have kids till they can afford them. I plan to work as long as possible, then try and teach till I die. I'm just enjoying peace and contentment for a while. It's nice. Anything that gets in the way of my peace, out of here. 60, yeah. Yeah, not my folks. Doesn't matter, I can retire my gov pension. It used to be 55. Here, yeah, right, fuck you, Jace. You mean I could have been out of here 5 years ago? Shit. Pension, baby. Yeah. See, you'll be fine. I don't even know that we'll have Social Security by the time I get there. But yeah, now's like a time to just, you know, do this now. This is what I'm doing now. And that's kind of how I do life, though. You know, it's like, oh, I'm playing music now. And then we got done with that. Got a job with Oracle on a contract for about 1.5 years. That was pretty nice. And then we moved to the East Coast. We moved to an ashram. I met a spiritual teacher and did that whole route. And so we're here on the East Coast. You know, it's like I just, dude, we're going to make some big life changes. Here we go. Hold on. I only live once, you know. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Plus fucking shit up for many years. Oh, I should probably read from the top down. The luxury of paying into a pension scheme. Since yeah, well, that's smart, dude. You know, I was living hand to mouth the whole time until I got out here on the East Coast and got with this company. Actually, the gig with Oracle in Oregon, that's where I started making actual money. And then when we came out here, then it was real actual money. It was pretty nice. Now we're back to no money again. Oh, 5 years. The only smart thing you've ever done? I doubt that, sir. But I get what you mean. You know, they say use these little pads, right, for your dry brush to damp it. Byron's like, okay, you got fuck that, just lick it. Just paint. when it's fresh, I wouldn't have to paint on it. But okay. I've only been able to put into a work pension for just over 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, Karen just pulled her 401k actually this last year, or once I got laid off. You know, the company didn't care. They didn't care that I'd been there for 10 years. I was one of the oldest employees. I literally am been there the longest out of a few of us. There was no like cross training or any of that. Here, how about we invest in you a little bit more and go get really into React, take these courses, blah, blah, blah. They were just like, yeah, sorry, no work, you gotta go. Need to get more paint on here. Crazy, 40 years, good pension, yep. I have the mortgage gone before, so working on my balls. Yeah, that rocks, dude. That's the way to do it. You know? Of course, I don't know. Security's not been a huge factor in my decision making in my life. It's more like a follow your dreams kind of life, which is not very practical in that sense. I knew a guy when I was like 22, and I worked at a bagel bakery delicatessen in Portland. They were pretty big, and we baked for a lot of clients in town, a lot of the other delis who made their bagels. And he was the guy I ended up replacing, but he was buying a 4-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house, and just dumped everything. That was his whole goal. He lived there by himself. He's like, I am paying this house off no matter what it takes. Worked his ass off for it. I don't know if he ended up buying it, but I'm pretty sure he did. The state he was in when I left, yeah. Us was just like, what fun life thing do I want to do now? That's yeah. I am in the States, yes. This is still too big. It's smaller. Squishier. Oh. Oh, yeah, the crash, yep. Good timing, for sure. That's funny, I had my first son when I was 27. We rented forever. I didn't even live in a house till we grew up in apartments. So I was like, well, when I got back from California back to Oregon, it was probably 20, 21. We rented a house. Yeah, we always rented. This is the second house. This house we got a pretty good deal on it for where we're at. This is why we are where we are in North Carolina. New York was way too crazy to... This is not too translucent. Now what I'm trying to get to here. I'm just not that patient. Like, come on, get on here, paint. I get how it works, so it's the fucking process. Bye. Oof. Hungry. Almost breakdown. I was gonna get something to eat last break. Build this time. Get some paint on here. I'm gonna glaze over it anyway. Being so shy about. I want to try and outline the contours on this. Right, that's all we're doing. Adventure time. It was a struggle for the first 13 years or so. I'm only just starting to become financially stable and able to fix this stuff that's been broken for 15 years. Yeah. I mean, that was, I don't know. Being able to make actual money was a life changer. You know, being able to fix all the shit that's been broken. But you have that monetary. He's still stable though. I mean, that seems like it'd be relative because financially stable to me would look different than what it looks like to somebody else, for example. It becomes relative, you know. It's we're financially stable, each of us. At some point, hopefully. But most people aren't stable. I mean, I like some stability. You know, it's not like I'm totally in this devil may care, insecure world. But I trust the workings of the system to help out. Not in a... just the actual mechanism. You know, I know it'll be taken care of as we manifest things. But that's the way to do that. I had a house, my first wife and I were renting a house in Portland. I need to spend about $25K on the house, yeah. Dating, fixing it for the first time was impossible. Small gradual steps at least. Yeah, that's the way to do it too. Just little bits. You know, you're not going anywhere. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, my first wife, we're renting a house in Portland. And it was like $450 a month for a 2-bedroom house, and it had a little basement. It was very small, but it was perfect for us. And then the owners wanted to sell it and asked if we wanted to buy it. And we're like, okay. I mean, the payments were only, the mortgage was only like $20 more than we were already paying for rent. And they wanted to sell the house for 40,000, which is like nothing. And that included getting the roof redone, tearing down this little garage that was falling over next to it, and re-siding it, repainting it. It was old. It was like it was on the historical register in Portland. So it was the servant's house for this other big house that was on the corner. And anyway, and then we broke up. We were just about to go to escrow, and then he took off. It's like, oh, great. So I let the house go. I'm like, I can't stay here, and blah, blah, blah. And within like 3 years, they'd totally done all the work to it, fixed it up, and it had gone up to like 200,000 or something. It's insane. It's worth a ton now because that whole neighborhood got fixed up big time. It's like, what? I could have made a bank, serious bank. But that happens. That's not the only time that's happened. I had a Rickenbacker 6-string 3/4 neck guitar that I picked up while I was living in California for like $200. And didn't know what I had, and I didn't know much about electric guitars at that point. I'd been playing acoustic guitars for a long time. And it wouldn't stay in tune and blah, blah, blah. I didn't know anything about getting them set up and strobing them, getting them strobed and all this stuff. So I thought it was broken, basically, and sold it at a music store for consignment for like nothing. I didn't realize what I had. I need, oh, yeah, nothing new. Okay. Oh, that's your first job that's not minimum wage? Good on you. Yeah, I was making minimum wage until, well, the bagel bakery job was a little higher because I ended up being a lead baker. But then the CNA job in California, that was funny, in 1987, was it 87, 86, 85, somewhere there, mid-80s, it was like $5.20 an hour I was making. And I thought that was a lot of money. Back then, we were doing really good. And then my first web gig, I got hired from a client in Missouri for $15 an hour salary. And I'm like, sweet, I made it. We actually moved from Oregon, worked there for a year, came back to Oregon, got back in the band. It's like, $15 though. It was like, this is the answer to all our problems. We make actual money now. I thought about moving up north. Houses are cheaper up there. Yep, bigger house and have no mortgage because of the equity, right? Yeah. That sounds like a really good move, honestly. I don't know anything about Britain, so I have no idea. Is up north better? Is it more country? Is it like suburbs? Or the age of 42. Yep, that's when Mrs. Beagle and I got married. When we were 42. We might have to do. I have to do that when I start a job. Show you the life. It's amazing how much this life is just about surviving. Just serves the system. It's the only one in town. Not quite the only one. My son-in-law's, him and his wife, they're actually homesteading over in Tennessee, the next state over. They bought 5 acres and bought a big 15 by 30 shed. That's their main residence. Then he built a big dining kitchen area. They got solar, chickens, they had pigs, goats. They still poop in buckets though, but he's getting septic put because they registered as a farm so they can sell their herbs and the plants that grow on the property medicinally and such. But yeah, no mortgage, no nothing. Of course, like I said, compost toilet, showers, and they got a heater. They got a hot water heater hooked up, so they've got water. They've got these huge storage tanks they use for water, and they do rain collection, and so they have, that kind of running water. Hey, retired, how's it going, buddy? Depends where up north, but generally worse weather, less jobs. Basically, the further you get from London, the cheaper it gets. Yeah, that makes sense. People have been up as many houses here as possible to use as here. Yeah, right. That's a thing here too. There's people buying up tons of Airbnb or properties just for Airbnbs. Yeah, it depends. I don't know what rent is. It's been a while. We were in a 1-bedroom apartment before we moved to New York, and it was with the dog. We had a Beagle at the time, which is where Smiling Beagle came from. With him, it was $515 a month. And it was like cinder block apartments. It used to be an old motel, and they converted or renovated it to apartments. It was pretty bad. But then we were in New York. Our rent was $1,900 a month for a 3-bedroom with a basement. But if you go to Manhattan, it's like twice that for a studio apartment. So the logic stands to reason. The further you got away from the city, the cheaper the rent became, but that's relative because it starts so high to begin with. London, commuter town. Over the last 10 years, the prices have gone insane. Yeah. Suburbs. Let's get a little fleshy flesh in there. Try and tone this down a touch. Yep. Good luck with that. Thanks for the lurk. Full show. What am I doing? I didn't have any flesh down, did I? No, I did not. Let's get some, not pale. And a medium flesh. Oh, time for a break. Hold on a second. Actually, let me do this really quick and we'll take another little pause for the cause. Don't need hardly any of that, but here we go. I want to change the hue. I don't necessarily want that white. The little dots are going to be white. These nodes. Nodules. I don't know what you call them. A little more pronounced. Where'd you go? There. Take a little pause, about 5 minutes, go stretch, go to the bathroom, take our meds, and all that fun stuff. So we will be back shortly. No, I don't want to update anything right now. Stop, computer. Ignore. Thank you. All right. We shall return in moments. You're not going to miss anything. I will not be painting. And we'll be right back. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bing. Okay. 45. Busting around with his head. Mushroom dude. Still messing around with this. I'm gonna try something else. Go for it. I like the white. I want kind of more of a peachy color in my head. This will be like the third pass on this thing. I'll keep messing with it. That's what we do. Cut here, cuts over there. Just gonna work it back and forth. I want to keep. I want some orange. Maybe we move it to orange. Let's experiment. Like an orange red. Let's shift it to orange a little bit. Yeah. No, that right. This is not as soft as I would like. We're just gonna try and stipple this like a half dry brush. No, sorry, orange. All right, let's get some more of that. I think that's gonna work. The white wasn't doing too desaturated. I'm gonna get some of this on here, take a bunch of it off. Probably took too much of it off. Actually, I have to put paint on it and want to take all of it off. We don't have to do that. Yeah, yeah. It's already damp. There we go. Change the hue up a little bit more. Then we can bring out the flesh tone just for the very end. More orange, please. And Nucky. Darn you, Hucklefish.
Hey, peeps.
Woohoo! Yep, Jace is hanging, and our new friend Lorna. Jace, talking of updates that break things, just had it happen. Of course you did. What? What broke? I know my OBS broke in a different way during break. It didn't run the timer, which starts automatically. So that's broke. Good times. I'm just building this up really slowly until I get it where I want it. And retired, and who else? Yeah. Hanging out. The old turn off and on again, yep. Oh, Steel Series sound, so separate out like a virtual audio key. Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to explain to somebody. Is that's what I have to do on Mac. So on Mac you can't, it won't transfer audio between one app to another, for example. So I can't play like iTunes and have it come into OBS. So you have to use another like routing audio. It's like a virtual audio software. I use Black Hole. But yeah, so then you have to set your sounds to go through that. You create like an audio source. And then you assign the sounds you want to go to that, and then like And then you, in OBS, that's the sound source you use, is this black hole. And then it knows to grab. It's a little confusing, but if that made any sense. It's like a virtual sound driver or sound card. So like when I start OBS, for example, I have to change my computer's sound to the virtual sound and then go into OBS and then restart OBS. It'll actually play the music. It's kind of a little wonky. And I know last time we updated OBS, it wiped out my entire Stream Deck. So all the actions and everything were gone. So I ended up having to find out how to restore from the backups. That worked, fortunately. And we're building this orange, and I want to predominantly keep building it towards the end. So at the end of it, the highest parts will be here. Steel Series GG, like an audio mixer, but free and not physical. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. See, in this, I like the choice. Moving it to orange. That's what my brain was looking for. Because now, by doing that, it accentuates the ribs in the hat with our red. Because we're just going over the high parts, which is leaving the red in there. That's nice. Added bonus. So many different ways in the past with virtual audio cable. Everyone found people. This one was a breeze. Good. That's good. You found a good tool. I mean, other than the OBS Mac stuff, I don't have too much audio issues. I use so when I'm recording music, I use GarageBand, which works pretty well. I run my microphones into these Focusrite preamps, and then I can run those directly in the computer. That works pretty good. We do. We want that orange on there. Yep. And then we'll take the very ends and we'll brighten that up that much. Yada yada. When I started this whole thing many years ago, yep. USB version of a mic. That's what I've got now. USB condenser mic instead of the XLR. Yeah, and I've got XLR. I've got tons of XLR cables. Yeah. See, now my brain goes, maybe I need to update mine to XLR. Let me see, how can I hook that up? And it would end up being like XLR to USB anyway. Actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Because I was just talking about my studio setup, or the audio music studio setup. So what if I took one of the Focusrites I can run a regular. I've got mics just like these podcast mics. I've got a real nice couple. I could use a mic, XLR it into the Focusrite, and the Focusrite into the computer. Oh shit, son. Because that's what I'm doing anyway. I just run it into OBS instead of GarageBand. Done and done. Damn it. More stuff to do. I don't know. It's kind of fun though too. Got it. When it's working. When it's working, it's fun. When it's not, it's an absolute pain in the ass. Mic quality wise, the XLR USB versions are basically the same. Well, yeah, and I could do that because if I had the Focusrite, the little preamp, it's got its own, right input. So I can just adjust it with a little knob right here instead of having to go over here to OBS. The mixer, cream, break my neck, and blah, blah, blah. That could be really cool. And I've actually got better, I cheaped out on this guy. It's like I don't even know what it is at the moment, but it's a generic podcast mic thing. It was cheap. It was like $40 or something. It works, but more control is always better. It's funny is one of my brothers is an audio engineer back in Portland, so he mixes demos for bands and stuff. He's got a whole basement studio set up. Tons of gear and shit. And he's really good. But he held on to his physical mixing board for years. I think it was a 16 channel, I don't remember the brand, but he would run that into the computer because he didn't want to deal with the virtual knobs, right, in like Pro Tools and stuff. Like mixers and knobs, and I can feel what I'm doing. He's gone full DAW now, so those days are gone, but he tried to hold out as long as he could. No. Lost dogs. Lots of lost dogs. Dog missing. We got this neighborhood apps that like most of it is, hey, missing, my dog got out, missing dog, or somebody's breaking into cars in this neighborhood. Typically missing dogs and cats. They're eating the dogs. Sorry, I had to do it. Audio Technica, yep. AT 2020, nice. Yeah, Audio Technica is good anyway. And actually, that said brother, I think Audio Technica is made in like Tualatin, Oregon. I think it's the same company. They had asked him to work with them, and it's not bad. Nope. Ended up going for Intel instead. But yeah, Audio Technica, anything. I've got a bunch of Shure mics, a couple of the big condensers. I think, one of my big condensers is Audio Technica. I mean, like an SM57, most things are industry standard. I have a fucking UK-47. Alright, that's starting to take shape now. Yeah, I've only been streaming for March, April? March, maybe. I'm still very much a noob. think I've got the gear stuff worked out. The collab sessions are a little funky, but I think I've got those worked out too now. So it's like stable, touch anything, and then you update OBS and everything. That's that's blathering. That's perfect. Okay, I have the cure. More cowbell. You out? All right, man. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, it's a little spot. It's a spot. We can't have spots. What? I'm doing this without my zoomers? Oh my god. And like it. Dude. Dude. Look at that red better. Wheat. Let me see if there's something I can touch. Grumpy Shroom. I think it's a good place to stop for right now. Actually, well, I got like 10 minutes. Let me see. I think what I want to do. Let's get under his hat. Under his lid. Touch brighter. Let me see. Yeah, that ends up being like pink. Or the orange. Oops. Almost time, buddy. Not yet. I know. 1 minute, bud. Rusties. Really? I should probably clean that up. But I'm not gonna. All right. I think we're done. My stomach has taken over my brain. And some good progress on this guy today. Feeling pretty good. Could have them done tomorrow. Finish his nodules on its head. And he should be rocking. Oh yeah. And I've got to get pictures of her posted. So expect to see those shortly. I haven't even looked at the pics yet. I haven't wanted to pull out the memory card. But we'll see. Awesome. Well, I need to eat, folks. I'm gonna jump. So I will be back. What is today? Wednesday? Tomorrow night at 11. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, choosing to spend time out of your life over here. Love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. And we will see you soon.